Horror in Christchurch this afternoon after shootings at two mosques in the city. Those are Masjid Al-Noor Mosque on Deans Avenue, that is right opposite Hagley Park, and at another mosque in Linwood. There are reports of multiple injuries and fatalities, with witnesses reporting seeing a man enter the mosque opposite Hagley Park dressed in a military jacket, and he just started shooting, they say. Armed police are on the streets, and police have told residents across Christchurch to stay inside until further notice. The Prime Minister is due to give a briefing shortly. We'll cross there when she does. And we're going to our reporter Logan Church, who is near the Deans Avenue Mosque in just a moment. But the latest information from the police is that one person is in custody. However, the police believe that there may be other offenders. They say they're responding to a very serious and tragic incident involving what they describe as an active shooter. They are asking people to stay put, and they say they are currently at a number of scenes. We understand that there will be many anxious people, the police say, but I can assure you, this is the Police Commissioner, I can assure you, New Zealanders, that the police are doing all we can to resolve this incident. Let's go now to Logan Church, who I said is at near the Deans Avenue Mosque. Logan, what's the latest?
Hi Lisa, yes, one person may be in custody, but police are certainly not taking any chances in what is an incredibly volatile and scary situation for the people of Christchurch today. We are a couple of hundred metres away from the Deans Avenue Mosque. I don't know if you can see behind me, but the police in the last 5 minutes have actually laid out a crime scene tape, and there are police officers standing there. They are armed. Some people have tried to make their way down the street, and they have actually been turned away at gunpoint and told they will not be allowed to cross, that being, again, the police pointing guns at them and telling them to go away. This is an incredibly scary situation for the people of Christchurch, and especially those inside the mosque. We've spoken to many as they have made their way up the streets, and they have described scenes of absolute horror to us. Just to give you an example, one man we spoke to said that he heard shots fired about 1:40 this afternoon. He leapt out of a window. They were inside the mosque praying, about 300 people in total. He leapt out of the window while on the phone to the police and just had to sit there in horror, hiding, hoping that the gunman would not see him. When the shooting stopped about 15 minutes later, he told us he went back in and saw scores of bodies on the ground. Now, it's important to say that we've got no official confirmation yet as to how many people have been injured or potentially killed by these attacks, but eyewitnesses say certainly there's a lot of injuries, and they've seen a lot of blood on the ground. To give you an idea as to what the gunman himself, he's been described to us as Caucasian, or white, wearing a helmet and with a military style vest, carrying automatic weapons. As you said earlier, Lisa, we understand now that one person is in custody, although the police suspect there might be a second shooter about. In the meanwhile, the city is still on lockdown. We've spoken to parents who are anxiously waiting to hear from their schools as to how their kids are going. But at this stage, Lisa, a very volatile situation which does not look like it's going to be over anytime soon.
Thanks, Logan. That is Logan Church, and he is near the mosque on Deans Avenue.